It's been a big joke for quite some time that only old people are unable to keep up with how everything's changing, but that's no longer true. There's more to it than meets the eye, so let's get right into it. First up, the art of keeping people connected. It's no secret that technology has kept people connected. When Facebook was first launched, people were delighted to reconnect with old friends and distant relatives. Everyone was a click away. You didn't have to travel long hours to meet with people you missed. You could just shoot them a text on Messenger. You didn't have to invite them over to your house and indulge in the old tradition of catching up. Life suddenly became so much easier. That was the beauty of technology when it first entered our lives. From chunky computers to slim smartphones, we sure have come a long way. But from then to now, it's still pretty much the same. The purpose is to keep people connected, to foster a kind of togetherness and fill up the voids of nostalgia. We can video call our loved ones whenever we miss them a little bit too much. We don't have to go for long periods without seeing them when everything's right within our reach. Sure, it may not feel the same as meeting them in your house over a cup of tea or something, but it helps bridge that distance. Technology's all about that, bridging the distances despite there being too many of them. Back then, it was pretty simple, but now it's become a part of our lives in an all-consuming kind of way, especially after the pandemic. Everyone had to adapt in one way or another with the persistent lockdowns and quarantine routines. In these difficult times, technology allowed us to work from home and keep up with all the latest news. Even locked up inside our homes, we were connected to each other. In our isolation, we weren't ever really alone because we had each other in our little devices and our bright screens. Next, we had the age of digital exclusion. While there are no doubts that all this cutting-edge technology has brought people together, there's also the fact that some people still feel left out. They're standing at the periphery of this ever-growing crowd watching everything happen so fast. The people deeply affected by technology's tendency to alienate are the elderly. It's not hard to understand how they might be having a hard time navigating through all of this. Even if we don't have it all figured out the moment some new software or a better device comes out, it definitely takes time to adjust. So with technology's constantly changing landscape, it becomes tedious trying to keep up with everything. When there's a new thing out there every day and you haven't even become accustomed to the previous old one, it's no wonder you don't want to engage with anything. We're transitioning to cashless payment systems, and that's one of the few things that's given a lot of trouble to old people. It's considered pretty normal to use QR codes at shops to pay for stuff. There are self-service checkouts and virtual reality window displays. But all of this means that you must be in possession of a smart device for these transactions, and that's not very convenient for old people used to paying with cash. And now, it's not just the elderly who feel alienated. You know, it's a common mistake among many to view the elderly as the only people who are too old-fashioned for it, therefore feel the alienation the most. However, there are many other age demographics as well that are exempt from the clique of technology. Poverty is one of the biggest factors that plays into why many youngsters are unable to use or acquire smart tech. This was especially prevalent in March 2020 when the pandemic hit and hundreds of youths were unable to attend online school or keep up their attendance due to the unavailability of the internet, smartphones, and tablets in their homes. In the UK alone, it was noted that only 51% of households earning an income of between £6,000 to £10,000 had access to the internet in their homes, as compared with 99% of households with an income of above £40,000. Next up, technology and its omnipresence. Technology has quite literally pervaded every layer of the life of human beings. Whether it be in terms of payment, delivery of goods, home cleaning, or even transport, tech has taken over. In fact, by March 2023, Sweden has even admittedly predicted that its economy will officially be completely cashless. That means money notes and coins will cease to exist, and every transaction will have to be made either by a smartphone or a machine at the place of purchase. But enough of future tech expectations when looking at our present-day state of affairs. Our lives are still super entwined with technology. When it comes to traveling, most people prefer getting through to a travel agent via online or phone call communication. In-person travel agents are somewhat of a rarity now. However, it is worth mentioning that there is a drawback to this concerning people with special needs, disabilities, or health issues who would prefer to discuss their options and choices in person. Our medical systems are, first and foremost, increasingly becoming more and more mechanized. Ordering prescriptions, requesting an appointment, discussing symptoms, and even choosing a doctor are all now activities expected to be carried out online. Soon enough, there won't be any clinic clinics or hospitals. Maybe even virtual reality might play a big role in the healthcare system. Who knows? Now for the way forward. Taking all of this into account, we really need to focus on what our way forward is going to look like and if it's going to be inclusive for all people, because it sounds like a terrible waste to move forward and leave some people behind. A recommendation offered by multiple people is to maintain a balance between modern tech solutions and old school lifestyle methods. It is 100% doable to keep cash systems functioning as well as introduce digital forms of payment too. A win-win situation for all ages and demographics. And the best thing will be that no one feels left out or alienated by society. Seems like we've covered all there was to cover about technology and the way it's alienating a lot of people. Let's talk about some other stuff now, starting with machine learning and artificial intelligence. It's no surprise that machine learning and artificial intelligence will be dominating our lives in the coming years. The AI market is going to be a $190 billion industry by 2025, and that's just 3 years from now. Currently, we have around 57 billion AI systems in place, and the numbers will only keep increasing moving forward. The good thing about advancements in AI is that new jobs will open up in different sectors of programming and development. Machine learning also seems to be gaining traction. Considered AI's sister in the world of tech, this field's going to open up a lot of opportunities for skilled professionals in the next few years. According to Forrester, machine learning and artificial intelligence will cause a 9% increase in the creation of new jobs on the market. Next, we have unemployment because of advanced technology. While there's the fact that new job avenues will open up due to AI and machine learning, there's also the very valid concern about rising unemployment rates. It sounds pretty dystopian to let new technology replace human labor. It's too early to say whether technology will produce new jobs or cause an unemployment crisis. It's no new debate though, and it definitely didn't make its rounds just now. To think of it, concerns regarding technology taking over have been around since the 18th century. Right now, policymakers and researchers are trying to adjust our current labor systems and social frameworks to these evolving times. It would be better to incorporate technological advancements into our lives in a way that's not entirely detrimental for working people. Finally, time crystals. They sure do sound cool, don't they? Well, wait until you hear exactly what they can do. It's going to blow your mind for sure. Now, how do time crystals fit into the equation? In a normal crystal, the atoms are arranged in a spatial pattern, but time crystals are a lot different. The atoms in a time crystal repeat in time instead of space. We won't get into the science of it, but these crystals are rebels in how they defy entropy. Recently, a group of scientists in Finland were able to make two separate time crystals interact with each other. What does this mean? It means we're a step closer to creating the first ever quantum computer. Let's talk about quantum computers. The reason why they're thought to be better than your classic computers is because they've got insane speed. The reason they're so fast is because unlike old computers, they're able to measure and extract information using quantum bits. Being able to connect time crystals together means we can have the building blocks for the first ever quantum computer. That's a wrap for this video. Curious about how technology is affecting our lives? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.